Can you hear me? I feel sort of like the appendix of this panel up here because I'm not really sure what my role is or what my purpose is, other than to serve as Landan's chauffeur to arrive here this afternoon. Like I said, my first introduction to 3D printing was a demonstration at Marshall Space Flight Center about 10 years ago, and I thought it was the most interesting thing I had ever seen. While we were there, I was fortunate enough that NASA invited me and 3 of my students, and while we were there, they printed a bearing in a race, all in one printing process, where the bearing would actually roll. And I was just fascinated by this. And NASA explained the technology. The use of it was, you know, if we're going to colonize Mars, we're going to colonize the moon, or we're going to go deep space exploration, you need something to create tools if they break, or to create replacement parts. And I thought this was one of the most fascinating things I'd ever seen, and my students did too, because now one of those 3 students that was with me at that day is now a material scientist at NASA, Marshall Space Flight Center. So Landan here gave me a tremendous education on the way up here. I know 10 times more about 3D printing now than I did at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Landan and take a seat.
Thank you, Dwight. Okay, tell us a little bit more about what you do and what your interests are.
So, like I said, I'm a junior in high school. Like a year or 2 ago, I got interested in 3D printing. I saw it on the internet and I was like, what is this new technology? You know, this is crazy. So after a little bit of research, a couple of months, dumped my bank account and bought my first 3D printer. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. It was a RepRap 3D printer using 3D printed parts to build it. Wasn't the best 3D printer, but it was really cool for the time. And it kind of got me on the whole 3D printing train. So after that, I just got more and more interested in it, built a better 3D printer, got another 3D printer, and just kept going from there. I've bought and sold them, and now I've got 4 of them, all working, and then I've got parts for several more of them. And I've just kind of stuck with it. I thought it was just a really interesting technology, and I know it's going to change the future, and it's going to be something that's going to be part of every home in America, I believe.
That's awesome. Thank you.